Lex, what was your philosophy on diet as far as building the total package?
In my prime, I'd want to get a minimum of a gram and a half to 2 grams protein per pound of body weight. So
Sam.
if somebody weighs 250, you'd want to get between 375 and or 400 to 500 grams a day, spaced out maybe between 6 to 8 servings.
Yeah, that's a lot of protein.
Your shakes, solid food, not all solid food, but shakes, bars, food. I always try to keep a positive nitrogen balance and not get catabolic. I try to really keep the protein up there. My body fat levels, Mark and I both always balance our body fat levels with our carbs. I would have a low carb day, high carb days, medium carb days, medium low, medium high. Then on Sundays would be a treat day. So we kind of do like a carb loading day.
It's kind of a carb cycling.
The carbs, played with them to keep the metabolism running hot and lean. But I always got the foundational amount of protein in every day if possible.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And it was, and that
we didn't weigh, we didn't measure. We just kind of knew what
in the mirror.
We didn't weigh. Right. We didn't weigh either. We looked in the mirror.
Yep.
And it was kind of like people saying, "What do you bench?" And we'd say, "What's it look like we can bench?"
Exactly.
Because
I always went by body fat levels. We went by the mirror and how at the time our jeans fit.
Sure.
I always tell when I put on a pair of jeans how I was as far as how tight I was.
Oh, I could put one pair of jeans on. I could put one of my shirts on, and go, "Oh, I'm in. I'm dialed in." You know, and that could be just one pecan pie, one piece of pecan pie that just made you, that just dialed it in, ready for your show. And it really, really worked. But it just, people.
But
during our time,
nutritionally, Mark and I say. Go ahead, Mark. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It went from 80%. It went from 80%, working out and 20% diet to 80% diet, 20% working out.
Yeah.
No doubt.
What were you gonna say there, Lex?
Yeah, I agree. And it's much easier once you get into a pretty optimal zone with your muscle mass and your body fat, and you really know how to balance your carbs, you're getting enough protein. It's not automatic pilot, but people ask, well, how do you stay lean year round? Unlike maybe some bodybuilders who have a couple of big shows a year. Once you get dialed into that zone, it's not easy, but it's not as hard as you think to stay fairly lean year round. If you know what you're doing, you know your own body.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay, that's great feedback.
That don't mean we didn't wake up some Tuesday mornings and went, "God dang, we just missed it." That don't mean we didn't miss it sometimes.
I think you're referring to Monday nights, right? When we be on TV, we want to peak for Nitro.
Yeah. After Monday night,
gotcha.
After Nitro, we'd wake up on Tuesday morning and go and just be shredded in the mirror and go, "God darn, man, we just missed it."
I don't know if I ever did that. You might have done that, Mark.
I did. I know.
So you guys were.
I hate you. Hey, I'll tell you a story I may have told you last time with him. We used to we both did our shakes different ways as far as we did our shakes exactly the same. Everything we did exactly the same because we were going for the same ultimate way to go. Even though we're dealing with somebody that is 6'4", 6'5", that is 280, it's still the same rules of 1.5 milligrams per body pound, roughly 2 to 1.5 to 2. It still is the basic rules. But you also got to realize there's genetics involved, and there's a lot of things involved with that. But one day, Lex always kept a rag in his towel. We had these things called turbo shakers. But one day, I was rinsing mine out, and I kind of rinsed mine out, just put a little water in there and rinsed it out, and I did it. And when I did the drink, I caught out of the corner of my eye, Lex wasn't moving, and Lex was looking at me. And I go, "What's up?" And he goes, "You just got in 5 more grams of protein than me." And I said, and I looked, and I went, "Well, yeah." I said, "Probably. I mean, that's about right. I think I probably got 5 more grams, if that." He opened his container and poured 5 grams of protein into his shaker, shook it up, and drank it.
You're making me sound
gram counts.
obsessive compulsive now, Marcus.
Yes.
We used
were
to have
going to
protein
be
contests, Golden.
the best.
Oh, we go on the road. If we had to drive through and we had to eat quick, we'd buy like 4 Arby's roast beefs and throw the bread away, and pound back. And I'd always try to steal a little bit of roast beef off Marcus's, one of his, when he wasn't looking, so I could tell him I had 5 more grams of Arby's roast beef than him.
That's awesome.
After it was all gone.
That's awesome.
So we had like protein eating contests.
I mean, the fact that you guys are eating 400 grams of protein a day, I've been a bodybuilder before. I'm 6'2", 220. I mean, 400 grams of protein is a lot of protein. That's a shitload.
Colton, I got a story for you.
Yeah, let's hear it.
You remember back in the day, Lee Haney?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
7 times.
most Mr. Olympias ever.
I did a TV show with him before my injury. I was still eating 400 or 500 grams a day. Lee Haney was there. He was retired at the time. Still looked, pretty darn good. I was in a green room on a TV show. We're out there talking about some stuff. And I go, "Lee," they had a bunch of good protein and stuff on there. "Look at all this protein. Why aren't you eating?" He goes, "Man, Lex," he goes, "look at that level I did as a Mr. Olympia all those years." Because I had to literally force feed myself, including protein, because I was not naturally super big. He goes, "I had to eat so much food, so literally I was sick almost literally every day." He goes, "I eat barely just enough to maintain kind of a look now," he goes, because people expect it from me as being a former slim. I lost interest in eating.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
See that.
Think about that for a minute. Because I have trouble eating now because I force myself to eat food so much. She goes, I don't even like to eat
How
anymore.
much chicken and rice
like,
can you eat? Yeah.
Now, how's that for another
Yeah, that's
level?
another level for sure.